and we were talking about how good this guy's external rotation is. Now, this is another topic. Um, we'll just briefly mention this. Is in the US, there's a fair amount of study that shows that in the parts of the US where they play baseball all year round, they have more injuries than the northern parts where they play it in seasons. So I'm going to talk a little bit about exposing youth to throwing, but bearing in mind you don't have to expose them to it all year round. Now, what they've found from ultrasound is with males in certain sports who've played things like tennis or pure throwing sports, bearing in mind if you think about a tennis serve as being a bit like a throw, where you're getting into a similar position as this, but you don't have to get so far. But people who've played those sports, what actually happens is there's actually a humeral torsion that takes place. So the humerus will actually twist slightly and it will actually give someone an extra bit of range. So it will give them like fake external rotation of the shoulder. So they've got more external rotation of the shoulder than they actually need because the humerus is giving them that little bit extra. And it's because the growth plates are in the state they're in when they're young, when they're doing all these throws. And it seems to be a kind of a risky strategy, maybe, depending on how you want to look at it. But conventional wisdom at the moment is that if you want to throw at an elite level, and this includes cricket, you actually want to be exposed to these forces when you're, when you're still quite young, so that you can get that extra external rotation of the shoulder. It's going to make you a better thrower. Comparing men's cricket and women's cricket, where women probably haven't been exposed to the same level of sport in a lot of countries, they seem to get injured when they become professional cricketers because they don't have that kind of volume of throwing. And the men seem to have this extra bit of torque, but they don't have the injuries because they've got the kit, they've got the hardware to do this, but it's got to be done while you're fairly young. You need to have external rotation of the shoulder if you want to throw something like this, and that would also apply in a sport like cricket, as I'm sure you know. How do you get it then if you don't have it? So that's the question. Is there anything you can actually do about it if you don't have it?